Hi, hello, and welcome back to Bioenergetics. My name's Devraj, and yeah, if you're on lockdown, we're on lockdown here in the UK, then I hope you're making use of your time profitably. It doesn't mean that you have to constantly be doing something towards the future and, building yourself up in some way, but you're not just idling around and kind of going down, and then the next day you're feeling like, oh, I should have done that and I should have done that and I didn't do it, Don't set yourself up for a disaster like that. You can do it, basically. And I just completed, or earlier today, I completed day 5 of my own lockdown challenge. And so I've got 2 more days left, and then on Thursday I'm going to post a week 2 workout for those of you who are getting into it, where we'll probably be working a bit more with the lower body and the grounding circuit. Very, very useful and very important in these times. Now, something useful you can do with yourself is read here and there. I like to pick up a book and read, or listen to one on Audible, and I've got a great book here. In fact, I'll just before I tell you what it is, I'll just introduce, because recently I have been doing a series on Reichian characterology and the 5 or the 8 different character stereotypes. And one of the things that's always kind of bugged me a bit about characterology is the lack of good modern written material about it. And that's not to denigrate anybody who's written about it, but a lot of the good stuff was written a long time ago. It's all a bit in old language or very complicated Freudian psychological language. There's a lot of pathologizing going on in a lot of the original literature, and that's not so kind of sexy or attractive today. And so I felt that, characterology has kind of died out a bit because of a lack of good written material. And there's a great book by a American guy, therapist, called Stephen Kessler. You can see his name down here somewhere. Stephen Kessler, called The 5 Personality Patterns. And if you're interested in characterology, I do recommend this book. Currently you can get it in softback, or you can get it on Kindle. And I wrote to Stephen and he said he's making an Audible version soon, so that'll be cool. But what I really like about this book, it's quite a weighty tome. It's got a good, I don't know what we've got in here, 350 pages or so. And I've only about a little bit of a way through. But what I like about it is, one, it really brings characterology into the modern era. I think it was only written a few years ago. Should have checked that out in advance. It was published in 2015. So it's only written a few years ago, and a lot of the material on characterology is now 50, 60, even 80, 90, nearly 100 years old, So it's in modern language. It's not in complex psychiatric terminology. It totally depathologizes the whole scene, which is one of the big things that characterology has suffered from. These pathologizing labels like schizoid, psychopath, and oral even isn't so great. He depathologizes the whole thing. And the third wonderful thing that Stephen does is he really introduces a kind of practical, energetic understanding of these 5 characters and places them simply as survival strategies that we undertook as infants as a result of certain forms of parental control or other traumatic events coming in. So I really recommend this book. If you've got a bit of time, it isn't heinously expensive. It's a normal sort of price you'd expect to pay for a book like this. And it's on Amazon and all of that, The 5 Personality Patterns, Stephen Kessler. Okay, guys, do at least a bit of constructive stuff with your lockdown time, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.